because it gets rocky. Um, it's a story time about when he was in my womb, when I found out that he was a boy, when I found out I was pregnant with a boy. So, this particular day, I don't know when it was clearly, it was before October 15th, 2013, um, because that's his date of birth. So, either way, we, me and his father, we are at the OBGYN's office, and we're enjoying it, just soaking it all up. We've got a baby boy, you know. I was enjoying him, he was enjoying me, just waiting on our names to be called, flipping through the magazines, you know. We've had already decided on the boy. This was his first boy, it was going to be his son. I let him know though. Um, I didn't like his middle name, so we were changing the middle name to Aiden. It rhymed with his middle name of Caden, but we left it at that. He was like, "Well, that's not going to make my son a junior." Well, either fucking way, it's your first son, and I don't want that old ass Clayton. But either way, so my son's name is Antoine Aiden. So, and anybody who knows me, they pretty much call him Aiden. Nobody that knows me that knows his dad calls my son Antoine. That's how you can always differentiate who met me in my life and when. It's so funny. Um, and, it to me is very funny because, if I introduce him to Antoine to people I'm just meeting, they go with that. But people who knew of a such Antoine, they be like, Aiden, come here. But anyway, that's that. Even my son, his brother, does not call him Antoine. He mostly be like, Aiden this, Aiden that. But either way, I digress. So we at the damn OBGYN in the lounge waiting on my name to be called. So we get called and we go back in the room, and it's a nice room. It's a monitor, not the fancy ones I'm used to, whatever. Medicaid had downgraded. I'm not complaining. But I was, looking at the monitor. My doctor, she was gelling up my baby, introducing, up my belly, introducing herself to, the daddy or whatever. And he was doing fine. And it wasn't a table in there, so he had my purse on his lap or whatever. So needless to say, we're watching the damn, monitor and just oohing and ahhing and just, oh, look, look. And she's like, well, all right, let's see if we can determine the sex and everything. And so I'm just looking and we're just, and I'm like, oh man. And she's like, you guys are having a boy. He's like, oh my God, all tearing up, and I'm all tearing up. And I'm like, you know, because before then I didn't know what we were having. I didn't know if I had to let y'all know that, but we know we was having. So anyway, I'm just, wild and just, all this. So she wipes off the jelly, we're just talking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. He just like, oh my God, I'm so excited too. He'd already had 3 daughters. Um, and this was my second son because I had a son when I met him. And that's a different story of a different day of how he was introduced to my son. Shameful on you, sister. But anyway, just joking. But either way, so we, leaving the OBGYN, I'm like, well, let's go to the restaurant. I think I wanted to go to Arby's at the time because I was trying to go to Arby's before I had took the bus to the hospital. And, you know, I got off the bus early before my bus stop, before the hospital or whatever, for my appointment, because it was an Arby's on the same street. So I was like, well, let me go in there, get my Jamocha or whatever, but it was taking too long and whatever. Mind you, I took the bus from the Hubbard House, the battered women's shelter, and I was at the Arby's, and he picked me up from the Arby's. He was in my car, and he was also living in my apartment while I was at the battered women's shelter and going to nursing school. Different story for a different date. But mind you, we're leaving the appointment. So I'm like, well, take me back up to the Arby's. So I go try to, pay for my stuff at the Arby's. And I'm like, well, where is my goddamn car? Because I was just at the Arby's before I went to the doctor's appointment. And, this is just crazy. So I'm like, damn, I must have left the card at Arby's or something. Like, this is crazy. So I'm just like, flustering, looking. I go inside Arby's, look in the car. The people in Arby's say nobody turned in the car. I'm looking everywhere. So I'm just like, fine, fuck it. This is just crazy. I'm just gonna call, cancel my card. Let that be the reason. So he takes me back to the battered women's shelter. He lets me know that he can't wait to meet Junior, all this stuff. I think he even sent me that in a text message. And he rides off, and I tell him, hey, I'm going to see you later or whatever, and, you know, get the money together. And so I go to school the next day. We go through class on a lunch break. I call my bank, let them know, hey, I need to cancel my card, da 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 da. I had already suspended it, but I needed to order a new one. I didn't know if it was the process. I had already locked it, but I need to order a new one. And so I called there, and it gave me my account. And so I'm expecting it to say $400, da 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 da. So I called, and things like, you have $4 and such cent. And I'm like, damn, my hearing must be off. It's loud in this cafeteria. Bitch, you shut up. Let me play this again. So I play it again. You have, because I must be skipping something in between, because I just hear $4 instead of 400. So shut up, let me hear. So you have, she repeated, $4, such and such cent. Baby, this is crazy. Get me to a live person, because I need some explaining. So they get me to a live person. They let me know, hey ma'am, the ATM, your card was used at the ATM yesterday, and $400 was taken out of it. And so I'm like, what? How could somebody use my card at the ATM? And so the little, A-Rab man, whoever the foreigner speak, he was just like, somebody who had to know your PIN, they used it at the ATM and withdraw $400, and that is leaving you with $4 and da. And I'm like, this is crazy. Oh my God, nobody knows my PIN. Nobody, not even my baby daddy, nobody knows my PIN. This is mind blowing. Nobody knows my PIN. And so I'm like, well, I have heard different ways, like if somebody type it backwards or this, that, and the third, or do your social, or it's ways to get around pins. I never tried it, but they claim it's so. So I'm like, tell me where they use my card at. So the dude is like, well, they use your card on, such and such a place at a convenience store that has an ATM in it. And I'm like, oh my God, I know this place. I go there every damn day. Just about every day. In nursing school, me and my cousin go to nursing school together. And, she lives right behind this place. Her apartment is right behind this little strip mall that you're talking about where the corner store at. And I'm like, oh my God, it must be her motherfucking husband. This is crazy. It's crazy. That's where I left my card at. I didn't even think, that I left my card with them. Cousin, she was at school with me. I'm like, hey, I just called the bank, and it's gonna be a long fucking ride home because they saying my card was used at the doggone corner store by your house. I'm finna call these corner store people and see if I can get the surveillance tape. And she was like, okay, that's fine. I said, well, I'm telling you all this because I think your fucking nigga done took my damn card and used it at the damn place. And she like, what is you talking about? My husband, because she's married, and her husband, she doesn't work. Her husband takes care of her at the apartment so she can go to nurse school. But yet and still, I was pegging it to be him. Your husband done damn stole. These people finna show us the camera. Let's do it. And so she was like, girl, okay, fine. This would be crazy if it's my husband. And so I'm like, it's your husband, girl. Call the people. They like, somebody used your card. I'm like, yeah, somebody used my card there yesterday. The people already let me know I was robbed at this location. Can I please come see the video footage? The man was like, sure. Yeah, I don't know to this day how this man just let me come in there and view the footage like I was some kind of FBI agent. But he did. He let me see it. And my cousin even said, bitch, I'm finna go in there with you because I even wanted to see this doggone footage because if this is my husband, I'm finna knock his ass out. And I was like, yes, we gonna knock his ass out. 318, cousin, let's go. So we go in the goddamn store, and I let the man know, hey, I'm the girl who been calling all day. I'm going to see the footage. And I let him know. The man say, what time you think it was? I give him the time. So we go back 10 minutes before that time and we start watching. Girl, so we start watching. And I'm just looking. Child, before the hearts could disappear out my eyes, my cousin like, that's your motherfucking baby daddy. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, child. He just bebopping in the store. With some goddamn shades on. Just got the card, ready to swipe it. Go to the ATM. I never told you my code. How you found this at? This is crazy. You never know who's watching you. Be careful, people. So, child. So he'd get the money. Mind you, I had done called him the night before. He had seen me, looking through the stuff. I had done, hey, look for my car. I don't know, da da da. We had concluded he don't got the car. He don't know nothing about it, da da da. He even had called me later on in the evening. Told me good night, have a good day at school, blah blah blah. So we find out he done stole the motherfucking money. I'm blown away. Mind you, like I said, he's living in my house where I'm at the shelter. His mother lives with me too at the house with him where I'm at the shelter. Only because we had some little plot going, but it's all right. I was still getting beat up. That led me to the shelter, but a dumb chick with a plan, let them keep the place while it's okay. I don't want to reveal too much, but either way, it was just crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, he took the card, but I don't even want to get that far. So when I found out that it was him, I ended up calling some mom and let him know, hey ma'am, your son done took the doggone money off my card. Why did I call the mama? Because the particular card that he took the money off of, at the time, this was when I was young, I ain't know nothing about establishing myself. But his mother had got me a Walmart card or something, but it was linked to her name. So when, you know what, she probably took the guy, told him, I don't know. It's just all crazy. But what happened? His mother was living with me, and I was basically, and she had got the card for me, and I had used to put money on it, have money deposited to it, and all this stuff. And so she was just like, I was like, hey, your son done robbed me of 400 and something dollars. So mind you, this is her only son. And she was basically like, well, I mean, it's nothing really I can do. I can try to pay you back. And no, god damn it, is what I told her. He needs to get out my doggone house. And you don't have to go, ma'am. You pay your rent faithfully every month. I have no problems with you, ma'am. But that boy of yours, he's got to fucking go. I cannot be getting beaten on, stole from, living in the damn other house. He's got my vehicle. It's just mounting up too much. So I let him know, motherfucker, I already found out you got my damn money. And your mama talking this crazy shit about she's not gonna damn prosecute you, her only son and all that. I don't give a darn. I want my money back. Now I did end up getting my money back because I ended up writing a letter, putting her name, letting it go on to the people they sent me money back, and I disputed it that way. Because she just wouldn't budge on the other stuff. And it was what it was with that situation. Long as she kept really paying the rent, I didn't care. Once I got paid by Visa, it doesn't matter. Um, my funds were returned, but yeah, he had to go. So I eventually, kicked him to the curb and all this kind of stuff, and it was, baby, when I tell you, that was the craziest when I got robbed at the ultrasound place. You want to imagine good thoughts, good things when you think of your pregnancy and things like that. But honey, oh my God, like damn Jackie told Anna Mae, you can't hide black eyes from us. Like that was one of the craziest things. Like I'm like, while we're in a dark damn room, you around there digging like the Grinch who stole fucking happiness in a bitch's bag. And when I talked to him about it, and I, was like, why would you take money from your baby mom? Like, this is crazy. Like, you can't give me nothing. Why would you take from me? And he was like, cause you had hurt me so bad, and that's the only way I could get to you was your money. That's the only thing you care about is money, and that's the only thing I know that would get your attention. Bitch, you got my attention to say fuck a you.